All right, next we have the best men coming over to say a few words. So I want everyone to give it up for Kyle, Jonah, and Eric.
And we need some props, so hold on.
He's getting props.
Perfect. Thank
We're all nervous now.
you. So, I think this is probably the most nervous you've been all weekend right about now. How you feeling, buddy? Good?
On the fence.
Props? Good? Okay, good. No, in all seriousness, first I want to thank Dr. Benz and the entire Benz family for putting this celebration on for everyone. Please, thank you. So again, my name is Kyle and I'm one of the 3 best men, which is sort of an uncommon thing. What's also uncommon is the bond that the 4 of us have had. We've grown up together, matured, debatable, together, lived under the same roof, lived far away, but the bond remains no matter what, and we've really become, what we've always said, is kind of a second family. We really have. Alicia, the first time we met you, Bridget, you nailed it. First time we met you, same thing. We came away from that weekend in Virginia, and we just knew, like, it was just perfect for you guys. You were awesome together, complemented each other so wonderfully, and it was just different. And for those of you guys who know, it was just perfect, and it was so great to see. So, while we knew a long time ago, it's so nice to have you officially part of that family now.
Yeah.
So, as I said, we've had a really uncommon bond and friendship, and so we wanted to talk about 3 attributes from that friendship that we thought could translate well into a happy marriage. That's loyalty, encouragement, and passion. So I'm going to talk about loyalty and then pass off. First off, loyalty. Justin, for those of you who know him, he is fiercely loyal. He will defend anyone, go do anything for one of his friends, family, or loved one at all times. I also think that also tells us a lot about Alicia, because he has the same high standards for other people as well, and expects the same. There's a great quote that I found. It says, "I belong to the people I love, and they belong to me. They and the love and loyalty I give them form my identity far more than any words ever could." So, now that I've lulled Justin into thinking this speech is going to go one way, I'm going to hand this over to Eric now, who's going to talk a little bit about encouragement.
All right, so for those of you that know Justin, you know he's a dreamer. He has some grand ideas, some of them good, some of them bad. But the thing that has been consistent is that Alicia's always been there, encouraging him, making sure he goes after his dreams. That's something he's always looked for in a girl. And we're so thrilled that he's finally found that, because he really needs that. So it's so awesome, Alicia. And I know that Kyle touched on it, but the first time we met Alicia, we were at a lake house. There was Kyle, Jonah, myself, and Justin, and all of our wives and kids. Kind of an intimidating place to come to meet everybody, because we've been friends for 25 years. And so when she came in, she was just one of the crew immediately. All the kids loved her. You got Brooklyn and Jackson wasn't there yet, but Brooklyn and all of our kids. Yeah. Yeah. So, and they always look forward for when Aunt Alicia and Uncle Justin come to North Carolina. It might have something to do with the fact they bring gifts every single time they come, but besides the fact, they still love seeing you guys, as we all do. So, from the first time we met Alicia, we knew Justin was in love, because he was a completely new man. For the better, of course, like all wives like this. So, I'm going to go over a few reasons of how you are a new man. You ready for this? All right.
Tell me.
So before Alicia, Justin may or may not have gone to McDonald's in his 29-cent hamburger special, I think, and bought about 25 hamburgers to last us, was it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3, maybe 4 weeks? But I will say,
a long time ago.
Yes, I will say, truth be told, I thought it was a great idea, and I probably had one of those hamburgers about a month after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So now after Alicia, Justin, you probably rarely go to a fast food place, and now you're a vegetarian, so no more McDonald's hamburgers anymore, so it's a little different. So back to before Alicia. So Justin, like us all, we all drank a lot of beer. We had some Miller Lite, Bud Light, maybe some craft beers here and there. So, but now, after Alicia, he likes to drink red wine all the time. Have you been having beer since we've been here? No? We shared a bottle the other night. It was classy. We're classy. All right, so back to before Alicia. I don't think Justin had ever lifted a weight in his entire life. You probably count on one hand how many times he had been into the gym. But now he goes to the gym multiple times a week. Goes plays basketball multiple times a week. Looking good. Looks good, right? Yeah? So now we just need you to stop sending pictures of you flexing in the mirror. So it'd be great. So, and now back to before Alicia, Justin was never on social media. Wasn't on Facebook, any of that stuff. So, and now after Alicia, Justin is now an Instagram husband. And for those of you that don't know what that is, you need to just YouTube it. You'll see what that means. So, But the bottom line is that we've never seen Justin this happy and with life, and Alicia is the cause of that. And we're super, super thrilled for you guys. And although Justin, has changed for the better after meeting Alicia, the one thing that has not changed is his passion. So Jonah's going to tell everyone a few things that has inspired him over the years.
Thank you, Eric. All right. You're like, where are the props? Well, we're about to get to them here in a second. So, Justin is definitely a passionate person. He's always seeks inspiration and passion, whether it's work, sports, or his friends, or his family, ever since I've known him. He's kept a diary, a man journal, with quotes throughout the year to keep him inspired. We can call it a diary journal. It's okay. Well, whether it's a quote that I found, he left some when he moved away, because me and him lived together forever. He moved away and he left some of his journals behind, so I was able to capture some of the quotes from them. But one of the great ones, honestly, I'm a quote guy, I like quotes, so one of the great ones was Howard Tolman, you get what you work for, not what you wish for. It's a great quote. And another one, which fits Justin very well, because as you all know, he's very passionate about sports and basketball. Taking that final shot to succeed was the one that most people are probably familiar with is a Michael Jordan quote. It's like, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Great quote, because it rings so true. But, Justin loves taking that final shot. Anybody that's very close to him, especially growing up, knows that that was what he's about. He loves that shot. He brings a lot of passion and expression to taking that final shot. Whether it's basketball and he hits the game-winning shot and yells "next" to anybody waiting in the court because he just wants to prove his point. But there's also some moments where his passion has maybe been a little bit of embarrassment. Oh, yeah. So the first time Justin and I ever went out to Las Vegas, we were on a roulette table together. And, I'd never gambled with Justin. I've done a lot of things with him. That was my first time gambling with him. And, he was like, how do I play this game? I have no idea. I was like, well, it's pretty simple. You bet red or you bet black, or you can go to the crazy numbers in the middle. Justin's like, all right, I'll stick to red or black. So he throws a $100 chip. Bam, he wins. And anybody knows Justin, he gets very excited the more he wins. So 5 bets later, he has continued to roll his bets in, and he has won 5 in a row. So he's gotten 5 red or blacks right, and he proceeds to get very animated. He tells the pit boss, if you know who the pit boss is, he goes, I own you. I am the best you've ever seen. Do you want to rename this casino the Justin Nugget? Yes, we were at the Golden Nuggets. And yes, he is. Everybody's looking over. They thought he had a jackpot of $1 million. No, he's just placing a $500 bet on red. So of course, what do you think the pit boss does? He looks at him, he's a good character, he laughs, and he says, obviously this is your first time to Vegas. And the next roll, or the next roulette roll, Justin decides to let it all ride. And of course he lost his $1,000 bet, and that was Vegas. That's not the only embarrassing, passionate moment Justin's had in his life. There was another great moment. Me and him were able to go to Charleston, South Carolina for a wonderful New Year's event. As you know, Justin's birthday is December 27th. It runs right into New Year's, so we use. Yep, like yours, brother. So we've always tried to incorporate New Year's and his birthday together. So we were in Charleston at this black tie New Year's Eve event, and before we gone out, this is the first time that Justin had ever heard of, like, wait, a black tie event? What is that, Jonah? What do I need to do? I was like, well, you need to either have a black suit or you need to go get a tuxedo. He goes, well, I need to go rent a tuxedo. I gotta look my best. So we take him to the store, he rents a tuxedo. So we're back at my buddy's house, and my buddy and him share the same birthday. So he goes, hey, my dad is really happy for us this New Year's, and he is, ecstatic. So what he has done is he's bought us both a bottle of Cristal. So any of you guys know what Cristal is. It's, famous champagne, $500 bottle of champagne. A lot of the rappers and stuff were big into it a while back. So Justin was like, are you serious? Your dad bought us a bottle of Cristal, like, to share for our birthday? And he was quite ecstatic. So there is a moment where Justin runs out to the porch in his tuxedo with his $500 bottle of Cristal, and I have a picture of it, and I have it here to prove it, so if any of you want to see it, I've got it. And he is holding his tuxedo up, and he is like, I finally made it! Out on the porch with his bottle of Cristal. So this is it. Okay, you see him, he's popping the bottle of Cristal. Now, here's the funny thing. This is why it's embarrassing. Me and my buddy Jeff that he shares the birthday with, we had taken a Sharpie and marked out INO. It was a bottle, $8 bottle of Cristalino. So right there, you won't be able to see this, I'll have it in the back later. I mean, it's basically brand advertising for Sharpie, because the Sharpie made the bottle of Cristalino, the $8 bottle turned into a $500 bottle. And like, this guy was so excited and so happy. Honestly, me and my buddy Jeff, we didn't tell him for 3 months because he talked about it to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
But, all right, so now the props come in. Anybody from North Carolina that knows him best, they really truly know him for these two items. Hold that. Anybody know what that is?
Beer pong!
Beer pong, you got it. So you will never see this guy more animated than when he is playing beer pong. So now he's getting really nervous. So, the phrase that he loves to say, that he's so passionate about, is play me! Play me! Whether it's beer pong or not, but that is his famous phrase. And now he looks very nervous. So now, to show Justin's passion off, we're going to give his true moment right here, where he is able to actually hit the winning shot.
Oh my God.
Play you.
Come on, Justin.
Yeah, now he's like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's probably wishing he should drink a little more, because that was usually when he played his best.
That was the old Justin. Oh, you gotta see.
You're a little close, dude. And by the way, I know, beer pong's not the most classy thing, but if the royal wedding could do it, I figure the evergreen's good as well. So,
You left that on the table a long time ago.
yeah, you ready?
With the picture.
Come on. Play me.
How many do I get?
Well, first of all, I promise this is coming full circle, because the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to wrap this back into marriage, but okay, we are. Well, had he hit it, he really screwed up my speech, so I had planned on you missing that, but I know you were disappointed. But, there's one thing we gotta say is, like, in marriage, you're not always gonna hit that shot, and the other one's there to pick you up. And so now we get to hand the ball over to Alicia. She can have her shot.
Please hit this.
So had either of them hit that, this whole thing would have gone viral, but it's okay. But I have like a part 2, so this didn't happen. It's okay. So, you know, going back to the fact that you're there for each other, you know, when you're not succeeding and when you are, and when you both don't succeed, look out right here. You guys have been an impact on every single one of these people here. They're here for you, and you know, they're always going to be here for you guys every moment the rest of your journey. I think that's the most important thing. Had I handed out 110 ping pong balls right now, and everybody shoot it, somebody would have made it. Somebody's always going to be here for your back, and they're always going to have your back throughout the rest of the journey of your life. You know, and the beauty of marriage is, again, when somebody fails and doesn't succeed, the other one's there to pick you up. And the best is when you both don't succeed, the family and friends are there for you as well. You know, and I think one of the greatest gifts is bringing your 2 families and friends and groups together, because those are the ones that are going to unite you guys and continue to support you throughout this journey. So, in closing, what I would like to say is, you know, there is a ball, there's a ton of ping pong balls here. So what I would like to do is for everyone at some moments, you always know those that remember you and support you throughout y'all's journey, to take this will be in the back, like Eric and Kyle are doing, send a little message, write it on the ball. If you could drop it in the I was very thankful that I found these classy versus like, I could have found some bucket, but these nice wine-based things.
Wine-based things.
Whatever they're called, I don't know. But if you would sign a ping pong ball and drop it in, and then this way you guys always remember all the people that love you and the impacts you've had on everybody else. I'm not done, Eric. So, in closing, Justin, you now have the not a tux, a custom tailored suit. You have a very beautiful, let's get over with the beautiful Alicia first of all. A very beautiful, supportive bride. So you know the only thing missing so you can literally shout off this rooftop, I finally made it, is your bottle of real Cristal, buddy. So, if everyone could please raise your glass to the evergreens, to health, happiness, and being better together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's give it up for all the best men there. You guys crushed it with that speech, I will say.